off season. Also, we're gonna talk about we're gonna speak on Cade Cunningham now having help around him, and those would be basically the two topics. Trying to get these lives in where I can fit them in. So maybe one day we get to the desk. If not, I mean, by the time we get to I feel like going to the desk is probably gonna be the Lions gonna be back on. So, but yeah, man. I like what Trajan and Langdon did this offseason so far. I think it's a trade to come. I think that's a topic for a different day. I think they're gonna cook up another trade. I think if I was a betting man, it's gonna be Stewart and Ivy that's probably gonna be gone. If I had a third guy, it's probably gonna be a Short Thompson, especially if they go out there and get another wing. Um, um, so that's just what I believe. But I mean, he done a great job getting not only getting shooters. I mean, Troy Weaver got shooters, but the difference with the shooters that Troy Weaver got, they needed the basketball to be effective. Really, Bojanovic, he can catch and shoot, but he liked to put the ball on the ground to get his own shot. So Alec Burke, he liked to have the ball in his hand to get his own shot. So a lot of the shooters, a lot of the shooters that they got, they really were more, they wasn't pure catch and shoot shooters. They wasn't true floor spacers. They were rhythm shooters. You know what I'm saying? They were more scorers, kind of a balance between both. Now he got guys that don't necessarily need the basketball to be effective. I mean, Hardaway can defend, stretch the floor and shoot. Don't got to put the ball on the ground. You can see that's very imperative. I mean, that's very, very, not imperative, but that's very clear when you look at his field goal percentage and his three-point percentage. Then, you start looking at Tobias Harris. Can he put the ball on the ground? Yeah. Can he post up and shoot? Yeah. But when you start kind of looking at him, he don't need the ball to pound the ball into the hardwood to get his shot. He can catch and shoot and be fine just doing that, and he can defend his position. Malik Beasley, he can catch and shoot, defend his position. His game ain't really to put the ball on the floor to get his shot. Can they all do it? Tobias and Beasley can do it. Hardaway Jr., that's really not the name of his game to really be a scorer or whatever the situation may be. So he's done a great job where Troy Weaver was finding guys that they were hybrid scorers and shooters. That's the difference. They were hybrid scorers and shooters. And now what Troy has done is he's got pure shooters. He's got pure shooters, guys that don't necessarily need to put the ball on the ground. And I mean, what's the brother name? Trajan done. He's got pure shooters and defenders. And Bojanovic wasn't the greatest defender. Burke was okay defenders. But he got good defenders, good floor spacers, and guys that don't necessarily need to put the ball on the hardwood. So, because then when you start talking about the guys that can put the ball on the hardwood, you got them. Thompson, what's his name? Ron Hollins. We drafted Sasser. He could shoot in, score and put the ball on the hardwood. Ivy, if he stick around, he could put the ball on the hardwood. And really, once you start looking at the actual team last year, before they got the kid from Utah, which I love bringing him back, Simone, hopefully I'm saying his name right. Once you start looking at it, a lot of them guys, Isaiah Stewart was their best 3-and-D guy. He was their best floor stretcher, and that's saying a lot. Bojanovic started off the year hurt. He loved to score. He loved to dribble and put the ball on the ground. So he loved to score and put the ball on the ground. So he really wasn't a guy that was just going to stretch the floor and play his role. He was a scorer / spacer. And he didn't really defend, even though, people say he's an underrated defender. I guess by today's NBA he is. So, I mean, so be it. Then you had, Alec Burke. He was more one of them dudes who loved to have the ball in his hand. He loved to dribble and create for himself and create for others. So on that hand, hey man, he got big as hell. But yeah, he's one of them dudes that he's one of them dudes that he's one of them rhythm guys. And on my other channel, I'm gonna talk about how it's an epidemic in the NBA where a lot of in America, where a lot of the players are coming out and they can't play without the basketball no more. I don't think people are really noticing that. You got a lot of American-born players who can't play without the basketball. You know, they can't move without the basketball cut. They don't know how to space properly. And I don't know if people are paying attention. And when they get to the league and they no longer are the man with the man no more, and you got to take the ball out their hand, they struggle. That happened with Tyreke Evans as well. He was a great, no, you don't. He was a great player in high school. Was he at Kentucky? Well, I think he was a Kentucky guy. I don't think, or he was at Memphis. I forget what part of college, probably career he was at. But he was at one of those schools. I think it was Kentucky. And he got to the NBA, and people say, what happened? He never learned how to play without the fucking basketball. So, and the Pistons now, they got guys that's not ball dependent. So now you got guys that can have the ball and be effective. Ivy, Sasser, Cade Cunningham, Ashore Thompson, and even Ron Hollis. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. He can handle the ball a little bit, and his assist numbers are pretty high in the G League. So excuse me. So now you got a mixture, and some of these guys won't be around. I'm telling you, by the trade deadline next year, some of these guys won't be around. Double tap the screen to like the video if you didn't know. But yeah, some of these guys won't be around regardless, to be honest, bro. So, but they got a nice mixture, and I'm really looking forward to what the rotation is gonna look like, especially if the majority of these guys hang around. But Trajan Langdon, he's done a great job of identifying. I know he knows basketball. He's done a great job of identifying the guys that he need to go around the young players that he got. He don't have great shooters. He went out there and got great shooters. Guys that didn't need the basketball. So them rotations gonna be interesting. Them rotations gonna be very, very interesting in my opinion. So, but he's done a hell of a job already, and also it looked like Ingram price is dropping because don't nobody want to pay him. So New Orleans may be stuck with Ingram through the trade deadline. And also I got a video that's coming talking about possibly Karl Anthony Towns, where you hear that Minnesota might not want to continue to pay the high taxes or luxury cap tax, whatever it is, with having Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Edwards. And at that point, if you, just to kind of give you a preview of the video, probably it's gonna come up tomorrow. If you want, you might as well. You can't get much for Rudy Gobert back, especially after what you gave up for him. But what I could tell you is, if you want to get an actual wing, get a real wing. Karl Anthony Towns, he don't want to be a center, and that's why they're in the position they in now. He wants to be a wing. He wants to be a guard. And I don't blame these big fellas, because think about this for a minute about the NBA. What's the coolest big man who had the best shoe deal? It's Shaq, when he was with Reebok. So big men don't get the cool deals, don't get the cool shoe deals and shit like that. So that's why a lot of these big fellas, they seen Kevin Garnett was one of the first big fellas that can do everything. Dirk Nowitzki shot the ball. A lot of these big fellas want to be cool, and they want to have a Jordan deal and all that type of stuff. They want to have a Jordan deal and all that shit, man. And it ain't gonna happen. Big fellas ain't never been cool. Big fellas ain't never been cool in the NBA for real. You ain't see a bunch of kids doing the fucking sky hook. Kids want to be like Dr. J and Michael Thompson back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though Chocolate Thunder was cool, and you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to be fucking Kareem. Hakeem was the most flamboyant, traditional center you will see. Wasn't nobody trying to be Hakeem Olajuwon until Kobe started going down there working with him. And people got mad at me because Shaq on Instagram, um, he responded to Shannon Sharp saying he was the third best big man behind Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain. I do still think Shaq was the most dominant, but at the same time, I said Hakeem Olajuwon was better than Shaq. And if you know, you know. He was, in my opinion. Hakeem Olajuwon gave Shaquille O'Neal the fucking business back in the day. Hakeem is, to me, Hakeem might be he might be the number one center on ever to me, to be honest. But that's a conversation for a different day. Hakeem might be the greatest center, I think, in my opinion, of all time. And you got to remember, Hakeem Olajuwon took the Rockets to 2 championships, and I think only one or a couple of them guys outside of when Clyde Drexler got there, especially the first championship, had ended up making an all-star team. I think Sam Cassell might have been the only one. Maybe Otis Thorpe, who might have been, I think he played, remember Otis Thorpe played for the Pistons too. I think Otis Thorpe historically made an all-star team. Sam Cassell made one all-star team. So he didn't have a bunch of all-stars over there. And they could shoot and they was perfect around Hakeem, but Hakeem was Hakeem, man. I don't think it's a better center than Hakeem Olajuwon. That's my opinion, bro. So remember, he went to 3 finals. Him and Ralph Sampson went to one in the 80s. And Sampson got hurt. Y'all got to remember, Ralph Sampson was another great big man. But nonetheless, I like what Trajan Langdon has done, man. He knows basketball. They gonna be significantly better this year. He actually knows basketball. He went out there and got guys that fit around Cade Cunningham. Since Cade want to be so ball dominant, he got guys that's just gonna space. They know how to shift and create space and get buckets. And then Malik Beasley can slash too, and they can defend. So like I said before, I don't really think he a guy you build around. And a lot of people don't like that I say that, but I'm not going to tell you guys a lie. From my opinion, he's not a guy you build around. I think you find his Jaylen Brown or his Jason Tatum and you build around those guys. But building around him specifically, I don't think he's that type of player. I really don't think he's that good of a player to say, well, let's give him the franchise. They handed that man the franchise. He didn't do a fucking thing to deserve the franchise. He didn't do nothing to deserve that contract. And I'm going to keep saying that. I know it's about potential. It's about projecting on his potential and what he can do with that contract. I understand it. But they gave him the keys to the franchise, and he didn't do a goddamn thing to deserve the keys to the franchise. He ain't proved a damn thing. He just like Hakeem from Coming to America. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. That's all he is. He's just happy to be here. We just happy to have him. We happy to have a semi-superstar. And that's stretching the truth a little bit lightly. So, like I said before, he ain't proved a fucking thing. And I'm going to keep saying that. He ain't proved nothing. That's like, man, you meet a girl, she gives you some good box, and you give her the keys to your house. Man, you don't know this broad, man. And that's what they done. Stop. Damn. You going to make me go to jail out here. Go. My dog being hard-headed, per usual. But yeah, that man knows exactly what he's doing. He's placed the right people around Cade Cunningham for him to be successful. He knows exactly what he's doing. So I don't even fuck with people from Duke. But I mean, at this point, I think they can go into the regular season. It's just really gonna be, if they go in there with a lot of these young guys, can they keep their confidence high? Because if these veterans beat them out and take their minutes, how are they going to keep them engaged? Because that's what happened with Darko Milicic. They drafted him, buried him on the bench, and he lost confidence, became a drunk. His words, not mine. So before y'all, his words, not mine. So the Pistons have been terrible at developing talent. They let a 4-year Tayshaun Prince that played for Tubby Smith at Kentucky sit on the bench until T-Mac almost eliminated their ass. So they've been horrible. Since Jack McCloskey left, they've been horrible at developing talent, bro. That just need to be said. But they got the right pieces around them, and now it's about the coaching. It's about the coaching. But I still don't consider the smart thing to do is to let Cade Cunningham run the offense. I just don't think that's what they should do. They need an offense of fluidity, a ball movement, a cutting, of exposing mismatches, high pick and roll, backdoor cuts, ball movement at the top of the key. That's what they need. Not that it be in one man hand and everybody just space and watch him pound the ball into the hardwood. They're gonna win another 14 games again next year if that happens. You know, it's no reason why Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham ain't have a successful pick and roll. There's no reason why Cade Cunningham and Isaiah Stewart didn't have a successful pick and roll and the pick and pop. There's no reason why they didn't use and abuse that. You know, um, there's no reason why that didn't happen. So, um, just my opinion, but they got to get more creative offensively. And if they don't get more creative offensively, then it's going to be the same results. It's going to be the same exact results next year for them. K having the ball in his hand 24/7, going 1-on-5, and then kicking it out to the shooters. Nope. Kicking them out to the shooters. Keep doing that. You're going to keep getting kicking out to the shooters. That's not an offense. In my humble opinion, bro. That's not an offense that they should be building on. So, they can do what they want to do, but if they ain't going to move the ball, if they ain't going to backdoor cut, if they ain't going to run and play with pace, if they going to sit there in the half court and watch them go 1-5 and jack up, mid-range jumpers all day, good luck to them. They ain't going to win another sub-20 game, or they be lucky to win 20 games. So, quite frankly, what has to happen for them is they have to have an offense. They have to form an identity. They have to play defense. Hold on. So, like I said before, that one-on-one basketball shit where he going 1-on-5 and everybody shitting at the three-point line and nobody cutting, nobody shifting, nobody backdoor cutting. He the reason why Duren and Ivy is ass. And the Short Thompson and Sasser, he the reason why. That motherfucker can't play without the basketball. And then, he's a 6'6" fucking point guard. And they don't never take mismatches. They don't say, oh, here, Ivy, we gon' post Cade Cunningham up on a smaller Jason Brunson. Let's play a high-low with you and Ivy and Cade Cunningham. Their offense is just so prehistoric, bro. It's just, man, you watch them, as a basketball purist, you watch them, you just turn that shit off. Because that team was talented enough to win 30 games last year. I'm telling you. That was a 30-win team, at least. It was. That was a 30-win fucking team. But they want to just watch Cade Cunningham shoot 1,000 shots, get guys involved when they cold. Guys just take threes instead of cut. Man, I just hated the way that offense looked last year. I hated it. But at the end of the day, is what the guys that they getting, it seemed like they going that way again. The guys that they getting is going that way again. Now we got guys that can space the floor and just sit there and catch and shoot. That's basically what they saying. So they're gonna do it again this year. Hopefully they incorporate some more movement and cuts and high pick and rolls. That's what you hope. But three guys sitting at the three-point line, the center sitting here, and he waiting on, That offense was cringeworthy last year. Walking this shit up the court, not pushing it. If they gonna have all them turnovers, I'd rather have them turnovers while they pushing the pace. You got all these athletes that can run: Stewart, Duren, Thompson, Ivy, all these young legs, and y'all walking the ball up the court. And they walking the fucking ball up the court. It's crazy, bro. They drawing up plays for Cade to go 1-on-5 and take a million mid-range shots. I take that all day. Then it's 10 minutes into the quarter, and now he kicking it out to three to Jay Ivey. Y'all some, you keep missing all them shots. This motherfucker ain't took one field goal all quarter into the 2 minutes to go in the second. Now he finally shooting his first jump shot. Y'all asking why he's shooting 30% from three or whatever it is. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Guys got to get into a rhythm. If he gonna be the primary ball handler, his number one job as a point guard is not to score. It's to do whatever the offense needs to get people involved and pick and choose when he needs to score. That's his job that's his job as a point guard. That's his job. That's his job. You know, nothing more, nothing less. It's whatever the Pistons need him to do, and it's not jack up a bunch of 2-pointers and jack up a bunch of shots. He said, "Bro, when we gonna see you?" I'm working on that. Honestly, yeah, I'm working on that now. I was thinking about covering hockey first, bro. Don't ask why. Affirmative action. Yeah, I'm getting more into hockey, bro, these days, man. Maybe I cover baseball too. I know a little bit about baseball. I used to be pretty good. I just couldn't hit. Yeah, I just couldn't hit for shit. But I can field, throw. Baseball, I would have been a pro if I could hit. But you know, a lot of these men out here, they don't have the patience to teach motherfuckers shit. So they really weren't patient enough to teach me how to hit, especially the men in my family. Baseball was big in my family. My granddad he was a coach. He had 1,000 Louisville Sluggers and shit. He didn't even have the patience to teach me how to bench press. I had to figure that shit out on my own. So if y'all was ever wondering why it's a shortage of male teachers, well, there go your fucking answer. Men don't have patience. They don't have patience. So, and that's what it is. So, that's exactly what it is. But yeah, man, I think they're gonna benefit from more ball movement if they are. But as far as surrounding Cade with better talent, absolutely. Those are the guys he need. If they all gonna stand at the 3-point line and in the corner, and they ain't gonna cut, shift, and move, there you go. They got the right guys. Guys that's gonna defend where he ain't got to defend at a high level. They got guys who gonna be able to hit knockdown shots. So I just really don't like how they gave that man the franchise and he didn't earn it. I'm gonna keep saying it. He didn't earn a damn thing. They just gave him the keys. They just said, here. When he come back, we gonna be a decent basketball team. Remember Troy Weaver in the open letter? Them motherfuckers got worse. They literally got worse. And I can't say that I didn't see it coming. I can't say I didn't see it coming, bro. That man make all his teammates worse with Monty Williams. He made everybody worse. And everybody's a number wizard. Everybody's a number wizard in basketball. But nobody look at his plus minus when that motherfucker on the floor. Everybody a deep analyst. Yeah, I'm making words up. Oh yeah, plus minus this, carry the one, his net rating of this, that, and the third, and ABC 1, 2, 3, Mike Jackson 5, and all that. You know. But nobody looking when he on the floor. He has a negative impact on everybody. Literally, Ivy and Durham was trending on their way up their rookie year. He come back, man, they falling down, man, like a hawk that lost a wing. Everybody got worse. But I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, everybody look at numbers. They did the same thing with Matthew, Patford, Stafford. Now, Stafford and the Rams, that motherfucking nice. That ain't the same Stafford that was in Detroit. You know, that Stafford with the Rams, that's a Hall of Fame. He playing at a Hall of Fame level. He get one more, because I don't look at the numbers. Fuck the numbers, because he had a lot of bullshit numbers. That's why I say you got to watch the games. You got to watch the games, bro. A lot of these dudes looking at the numbers, and they not watching the game. Watch the games, bro. All numbers ain't created equally at all. At all. But that Stafford that's doing that shit in LA, oh my God. I think mentally, he's starting to pick up reading defenses, and physically, he still got it, bro. When you got a big arm, bro, man, them dudes tend to be able to throw lasers forever. That's why I tend to favor quarterbacks that have big arms. because their arms be good for forever. When you start dealing with them noodle arm quarterbacks, bro, you know, they suck after a while. That's why Joe Flacco's still able to go out there and throw lasers. That's a God talent. When your arms start to go, it's over with. But nonetheless, yeah, Cade had a lot of stats. Come on, why you always going into people's car, bro? Man, I'm gonna hire a dog walker to walk this dude because I can't do it no more. He's the most irritatingest animal I ever walked. And I walk quite a few in my day. but yeah, with Cade, man, it's just to the point where a lot of his stats is. I watched him really play, and he's the problem. And I blame Monty, but more than him. But when they ain't had him that ball move, they cut, they played with a pep in their step. But I mean, they just gave him something that he didn't deserve. He never earned it. So if I ain't gotta earn it, man, and y'all gave me the franchise, man, why would I? Why would I? He's a tremendous talent, but you know, they just gave him the ball and just said, do what you want to do. And he ain't Luka. We already established that. Ain't nobody else in the league Luka. You know, he ain't LeBron. Nobody else in the league is LeBron. So be it. You know, he could do what the hell he want to do. But as far as the trade, like I said, Stewart, Thompson, Ivy. I think in this order, Stewart, Ivy, Thompson is most likely to be traded. I think the only thing they really missing at this point, if they really looking for it, is a wing that can get a bucket and a big fella that can stretch the floor. That's it. They just missing a big fella that can stretch the floor. So that's what they really. I think they can get by without a wing this year. You know, continue to develop that kid they drafted out of Dallas, of the G League, is it Ron Hollins? Continue to develop him. If you keep Thompson, see who develop at the wing spot. But my favorite guy on the team is Marcus Sasser. I'm going to keep saying it. And if they trade Marcus Sasser, they're going to live to regret it. They're going to live to regret it. I promise you. They're going to live to regret trading him. He should be the starting guard in the backcourt with Cade Cunningham. Can defend, can score, can shoot. I don't mind Beef Stew coming off the bench, honestly. I don't mind it. Low sodium Beef Stew can come off the bench. I like him off the bench, but, you know, I think he's going to be gone, honestly. But I like him off the bench as a backup center. I think they haven't utilized his ability. If you find a team that like to run, that's perfect for him. A guy with like LaMelo Ball, one of these young teams like the Atlanta Hawks. Any team that like to push the pace and got young legs, the Pistons didn't do him a service. Him with Mike D'Antonio from the Suns would be perfect. Any team that pushed the pace for Isaiah Stewart, his ability, especially off the bench, to get up and down the court, stretch the floor, pick and pop, his ability to finish at the rim too, I think he need to be somewhere he could play with some pace. Yeah, you know, double tap the screen to like the video. But my favorite Piston is Sasser, bro. The Sasser is fucking so nice, dog. And I don't know why Monty didn't like Sasser, but Sasser, bro, is so nice. He could shoot it. He could score. He could finish at the rim. He could defend. Like, had they played him last year, dude, I think that dude might be flirting with an all-star appearance this year. That's how much I like him. If they got rid of, I wouldn't mind they got rid of Cade fucking Cunningham. I didn't like they paid him. I know niggas gonna be, you a fucking hater, man. I ain't hating. I just don't like him. I don't like him like that. Not the 220-something million. I think Franz Wagner is better than Cade Cunningham, if you want to be real. I like Franz Wagner. I don't like him $226 million like that, but I think Franz Wagner is a better player than Cade Cunningham. Honestly. Yeah, I said it. I like Franz. And ain't because he went to Michigan either. I like Franz better. Right now, I think Cade is a more all-around talented player, but for what they done, I like Franz. Franz can shoot it, he can score it, you know. Big wing, you know. But like I said before, all I see is Cade is losing. That motherfucker injured and losing. You know, he the IL, injured and losing. He the real NIL. Nothing but injured and losing. Come on, man. Them motherfuckers 20 and got chronic knee pains and chronic ass pains and shit. You be like, man, damn, this nigga out again? And I did say if he didn't play 65 games, they need to move on from him. But I prorated to 62. He played 62. I prorated. That motherfucker. He the real NIL. Nothing but injured, losing. Oh, man. It's kind of actually a bargain, though, man. Maybe you're right. I ain't really look at how it's structured. But, man, give me Franz, bro, right now. I could be wrong. Give me Franz. If Jalen Green ain't getting paid, he don't deserve to get paid. That's how I feel. But so be it. But real talk, maybe he do good this year. But I don't know, man. I'd have traded his ass and just did something else. So, and then if you think about getting Brandon Ingram, and Cade, that's $400 million you had tied up in two guys that can't stay healthy. So, from that aspect, that don't make sense. You know? And that aspect of it don't make sense. So, you're not about to tie your franchise up in two Chinamen at all. But, to be real, I hope they start Sasser and he get jiggy with it, bro. Because, low-key, he the one I like the most out of all of them. And I like Ivy, but Ivy just don't got no control. Ivy don't have no control. He don't care about ball security or nothing. So that's another issue. He keep getting ripped at the rim. When is you going to protect the ball driving into the paint? He keep getting ripped at the rim. He keep the ball on below low. When you go up, if you're going to keep the ball low, you know, protect the ball and cradle it and then finish at the rim. Ivy don't have no control. None. No ball control, no control at the rim. That motherfucker lack every type of control you looking for. Control arm, self-control. Motherfucker ain't got no Janet Jackson control album. He ain't listen to that while he working out. He ain't got no control. None whatsoever. He's so reckless. And I know why Monty didn't like him. He too reckless. He said, stay on code. I feel every bit of it. Just go back to how Cade treated Killian now and Ivy. You ain't heard him stand up for dude yet. I mean, if you a leader, you should stand up for your guys. You know? But I don't know. You know, it's one thing not to make the guards better. Okay, we can live with that, okay. But nobody got better. I'm trying to tell you. During and get better. And he never had any penalty for making people worse. Remember that three-pointer he shot when they could have won the game and they lost the game? And he took the shot too early. He can do whatever he wants in Detroit without getting penalized for it. It's like Luka in Dallas. He can do whatever he want to do, but drink that beer that Michael Finley took from him, which was smart. He can do whatever he want to do. You know? And it's no penalty. There's no penalty whatsoever. And that's like being that's like spoiling your kids. You know, there's no substitute for raising your kids. You know, you teach them to work hard for $1. I ain't a parent, but you teach them to work hard for $1. And that's the one thing you teach them. You teach them you work hard to get what you get, and you still may not get it. You might have to work harder than anybody else in the world. And then you also teach them that your actions have consequences. And consequences is not necessarily bad neither. I don't know the true definition of consequences, but it's probably something like what you receive back for an action that you do or a decision that you make. It's not necessarily bad at all, you know? There's good consequences, and I believe in there's bad. And sometimes you feel like you're making the right decision, and it's a bad decision, so you get a bad consequence. Sometimes you might lend somebody some money, you know? And then you end up, being in a hole for some bread because they never lend it back and y'all fall out because they don't want to lend you your bread back. It be like that sometimes. Doing the right thing can still have bad consequences. Life don't make no sense. you know. So sometimes that's how the game go. Life don't make no sense, bro. Um, so, and that's just what it is. So it's good you know, sometimes your good decision can turn into a bad consequence. Sometimes your bad decision can turn good. Real talk. But like I continue to say, man, the rules of life all don't go parallel. If you think life's gonna be fair to you as a man or a woman, it's not. It's not. Trust and believe me, it's not. So with Cade, I like his personality, I like his fire, but facts are facts. Guys are getting worse on his watch. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with coaching. I feel like a lot of it had to do with money. And it's just they need an offense that's going to exploit what he does well. You know? And I think you being a bigger guard, man, if I got a smaller guard on me who I can switch a smaller guard on somebody else, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it all day. Cade to be posting up 20 times a game if I needed him to do so, being that big. Pause. You know? They don't exploit matchups. It's a cookie cutter offense. We're going to spread the floor out. You're going to go 1-on-5 and get a mid-range or settle for a bad jump shot. You know? Hayes deserve to be... I don't know much. Them foreign players kind of tough to read. So I don't really know much. I told y'all from day one he was ass. Y'all can ask questions, I answer them. I told y'all from day one he was ass, but nobody wanted to listen. His tape told you. Like, it's no logical basketball... hold on, my bad. Stop pulling. There's no logical basketball GM or coach that thought he was a first round. He ain't even an NBA player, and I said it when I looked at the film. Go back and watch his draft profile. I said it. He asked. I said he didn't deserve to be there. Pick Tyrese Haliburton. That was easy. That was an easy pick. So, who knows? Maybe he just never was that good. You know, these guys come back and never get better in the NBA. Think about that for a minute. These guys come back and never get better. They come back and never get better. Never get better. They never get better. But Rudy Gobert still ain't got better offensively. That motherfucker been back 10 off season. Ain't got better. What did Cade Cunningham do better last year? It wasn't durability. What did he do better? These dudes come back. Ivy didn't come back with better ball protection. These motherfuckers be doing all this working out on IG in these clips. Killian, oh, he got a new jumper. Come back, ass. Clint Capella, he still can't do a jump hook. What do they be doing in the offseason? Troy Weaver or Stan Van Gundy? Who did Stan Van Gundy pay? I can't remember. Who did Stan Van Gundy pay? Damn. Who did... Oh, Rick... Nah, I'm going with Troy. Stan Van Gundy paid bum-ass Reggie Jackson. Yeah. He played bum-ass Reggie Jackson, bro. Yeah. He could wait to... He probably was the reason... He probably was the reason that Brandon Jennings got injured. He probably put something in this fucking shoe. Because when he got Brandon Jennings, man, that was the last really good Piston team for real. Man, we was smoking niggas with Brandon Jennings at point guard. Brandon Jennings was perfect for us. We ain't had a real guard. We ain't had a real guard since Brandon Jennings left on Mamas. What y'all say out in the Bay? They say in the Bay, on Mamas. We ain't had a real ninja at point guard since. Who traded for Blake? Stan Van... Oh, yeah, I'm going with Troy. Stan Van Gundy traded for Blake, too, didn't he? Hey, yeah, I'm going with Troy. I'm going with Trouble Tree Roy all day. K was a better shooter, and his defense is improving. I ain't seen it. Yeah, you a better shooter when you taking 1,000 jump shots a night. Absolutely. You the only motherfucker that's in rhythm. Me, too. No pun intended on that. But, yeah. Yeah. Of course he a proven shooter. He's taking all the jump shots. Everybody else getting their jump shots off the mud. If I'm them, he dribbling, I rip him and I rip him up and go and run the offense. Missed on Mitchell. I mean, yeah, he wouldn't have stayed here neither. He a little punk bitch too, excuse my language. I don't like him neither. If it's true he got JB Bickerstaff fired, you know, I really don't care for him. He always injured too. Oh, my knee, my knee. He don't play no defense. He fucking up Darius Garland too. He messing up Darius Garland. He another guy who can't play without the basketball. You know, him and Garland, they ain't gonna never work. Cause it ain't no offense. It's, oh, your turn, my turn, your turn. Garland would look way better without Donovan Mitchell. I'm telling y'all, it's a huge issue in the NBA today. These American players, everybody talk of two things I noticed with American players coming out today. And I've been watching basketball for a long time, bro. Two of the biggest issues I see with American players today is their inability to shoot the basketball and play without the basketball. That's a huge problem. Yeah, they promised that they was drafting Desmond Bane too. He said they told him they was drafting him. And they ain't drafting him. Tyrese Maxey, you know. I like Aaron Neeson too, but not East Neeson. I like him too, but the kid from New Orleans that's a free agent. Kira Lewis. I like Kira Lewis tape a lot too. I don't know what happened in New Orleans, but I was a huge Kira Lewis fan in Alabama. But I knew Maxey was gonna be good. I didn't like him at first, but I started studying his tape. Yeah, that kid that Minnesota got gonna be good. From Kentucky. What is it, Rob Dillinger? Oh my God, I wanted the Pistons to take him. He gonna be a great player in my opinion. He might be a great six man, but he gonna be a fucking problem, bro. The Pistons should have took him. I like the kid they got, but that Rob Dillinger dude, he a problem. He's a problem. He's a problem. Always good on Mitchell. He wasn't a true. Yeah, Melo fucked the city up. We messed Melo's career up by doing that. I think the NBA stepped in and told us not to draft Carmelo Anthony. I really do. The NBA ain't never had no love for Detroit. Our first picks would take Zach contract. Zach who? He said Lee don't change the fact that he did that character from Cade came in, Saber. Okay, read that one. But to be honest, I understand paying Cade Cunningham though. I understand it. But he got to start doing some things differently, bro. I don't know what these dudes be doing in the off season, bro. I don't know if they just be, getting clapping cheeks and posting workout videos on Instagram or what. But they gotta do something. They gotta make something shake. But honestly, bro, I feel like I like what they done. So if Cade gonna make a jump, if they gonna make a jump, it's gonna be this year, bro. You heard it here first. I'm gonna take some money. Now this ain't no financial or betting advice, cause I suck. I'm gonna take a couple dollars, and I'm gonna take a few hundred, and put the Pistons at over 30 wins this season. I just call it a hunch. I'm pretty sure the odds is pretty good on that. I'm gonna take the Pistons over 30 wins this season. I just got a hunch. I got a hunch. I think they're gonna change some things around this year. And I think if they start moving the basketball, Cade to be an all-star. Trust and believe me. If he learn to play without the basketball more, he gonna be more efficient. He gonna be a more efficient player. Trust and believe me. His assists gonna go up. His efficiency rating gonna go up. His three-point percentage gonna go up. His ability to get to the foul line, because he gonna have mismatches. And I think the number one most important player is Jalen Duren. But that's another conversation. He's the one that's gonna make it work. But I think next season, their ability to utilize Cade Cunningham's versatility off the ball a little bit more, that's gonna be the ticket. But it must be hot in the D, because I just gotta go work out too. It's 90 degrees, but I just got out of a workout. And he's a workout too. So that's all I got for y'all today, man. I'm going to try to do these more often. I'm going to get y'all one from the desk real quick at some point, but peace.